Finding your voice. Please note that upon completing the quest Finding Your Voice, you will receive an Anima weapon for Bard. Undertake this as a Bard. Finding your voice. Ardashir has made a breakthrough in his study of the Anima. Oh. We have made remarkable progress, Kat, but our work is far from over. If we are to create a truly free-thinking weapon, we must empower the Anima to do more than utter a few unintelligible words to its wielder. Moreover, it must be encouraged to recognize you not only as the rightful owner of the weapon, but also as a companion to whom it can turn to for guidance. A companion who senses its presence where no other can. Quite why that should be is a question which confounded me for some time. It was only after spending countless days poring over my notes that the answer came to me. In my efforts to predict the Anima's rate of growth, I realized that I had overlooked an important variable. You, my friend. Which is why I took the liberty of investigating you and your dealings in Eorzea. Also, is that the wrong pouring? Isn't there supposed to be a U?
In this case, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I learned something new today. You are possessed of a rare power known to some as the Echo, are you not? I have read that it conveys a preternatural sensitivity to the psyches of others. And what is the Anima but a nascent psyche?
You're saying you've got to have special powers just to see the bloody thing? Special powers what only a handful of folks have got. Well, that's just great. That is. Even if Kat and his Echo sporting mates buy 10 weapons each, they ain't like to spend the sums Rowena's got in mind, meaning my debts are set to go unpaid. Unless, of course, you've thought of a solution.
As a matter of fact, I have. Unlike the quasi-souls of golems and other constructs, the Anima is unique in that it was created using the pure ethereal energies of astral and umbral nodules. As such, it bears no residual imprint of another psyche, and therefore possesses the potential for cognizance and growth. Having no reason or desire to grow, golems can typically subsist almost indefinitely on the energy of their initial ethereal infusion. The Anima, however, is quite different. Being in a state of constant development, it requires a constant supply of aether, and while it is capable of sustaining itself by drawing upon the natural occurring aether of its immediate surroundings, I have theorized that the cause of its marked growth to this point is, in fact, its close proximity with you, Kat. Your weapon serves as a conduit between you and the Anima, feeding it energy at a steady, albeit slow, pace. If we could somehow improve the weapon's conductivity, I'm certain it would promote faster growth, enhancing the Anima's ability to communicate. But that is not all. Should we improve the conductivity sufficiently, the resultant strengthening of the connection between Anima and wielder could, in theory, facilitate communication even in the absence of the Echo, felling two birds with but a single stone. Which is where you come in, Geralt. Do you think you can improve the ethereal conductivity of our Anima's lodgings?
I can't bloody well say no now, can I? I reckon I should be able to get the ether flowing a bit freer between Kat and the Anima, but it'll come at a cost. By improving the weapon's conductivity, it'll become extra sensitive to anyone touching it, and that includes me when I'm pounding on it with my hammer. My energies pouring into the Anima could muddle up whatever relations Kat's already got with it. I mean, if the bloody thing was to take after me instead of old Kat here.
Yes. I will not deny that taking after a man of your character could certainly prove problematic. But how would you go about preventing such contamination?
Contamination? You cheeky little shit. Any Anima would be lucky to take after me. Just not this one on account of how it's Kat's. Don't go worrying your pretty little head anyway, because unlike you, I think my plans through. It's a matter of making my tools impassable to Aether. In case you're wondering, luckily I've done something similar before when I was working with another annoying scholarly type. We developed a little trick called soul glazing. It's used to insulate weapons, but my tools should be no different. Of course, I didn't actually make the soul glaze myself, but I've got a fair idea of what might stand in for it. According to a glowing ball I was talking to, the Alligans used something called ether oil in their metalworking, and it did pretty much the same job.
I wonder if this is a reference to the ARR weapon I have not finished.
It's sure to be rare, expensive, or a bit of both, but you've got experience with this sort of thing, don't you, lad? So run along and find us 5 pots of aether oil for my hammer and anvil, will you? We're none of us getting any younger.
Demanding. I am, of course, grateful to you for identifying a solution. It is but a pity you did not think to ask this glowing ball of yours where to acquire it. Mayhap next time you could think your plan through a little more, yes? I apologize for this gross imposition, but I fear we must have the aether oil if we are to proceed. In the meantime, Geralt and I will continue researching how best to foster the Anima's development. Stuck with us, bitch! Alright. So I have to speak with Gandiva in your inventory. Oh. Deliver the pots of aether to Ardashir. Where the f do I get aether oil? Probably Mordona. Bet. Aether oil. I need 5. So 5 times 350.
So that's 1,500 plus
okay.
250, so 1,750. So basically you need to be capped.
We shall set to work as soon as you return with the aether oil. It is 5 pots we require, don't forget. Oh, and do remember to bring the weapon itself. We shall struggle to proceed without that. I have it right here for you, bro. And that. Okay, bye. Well done, friend. While you were abroad acquiring these, we saw to the rather less onerous matter of our own preparations. In the process, we happened upon an archive with a particularly riveting selection of texts on aetherchemical research that may prove useful in the future. Alas, I was only able to steal a few cursory glances at their contents as Geralt was intent upon sneaking off to drown himself in ardent spirits. Would that he were as keen to immerse himself in his work.
Pious little prick. A young like you wouldn't understand. It's me muse, me inspiration. All my best ideas come after downing something strong.
Is that right? Then what a pity you abstained for as long as you did. Had you only been a little more inebriated, mayhap you would have devised a plan which didn't involve putting Kat to such trouble. Damn, the 17-year-old's about to kick his ass. With words.
Shut your gob and coat me anvil with that aether oil before I crack one of them pots over your head.
That is a child.
All I'm saying is we could throw the child off the side of this platform and no one would ever know.
No! It's a child! Also, he doesn't even look like one, but he is one. So, treat him as such. There. Applying the oil was much easier than I expected. How did you fare with your hammer?
She's oiled up and ready for action. There's no telling how long the coating will last, though. Time to get pounding.
Please do be careful, Geralt. Kat went to great lengths to procure that oil. I would not have him go to all that trouble again through any error on our part.
I think you're forgetting who you're talking to, lad. My only error is making weapons that are too good for their owners. Present company accepted, of course. Besides, I downed a bottle of the good stuff not long ago. Never felt better.
Well, I'm glad to hear. Wait, did you say a bottle? A whole bottle? 7 hells, man, I cannot in good conscience allow you to work in your condition.
Bah, don't be so daft. It weren't bad stuff. At least I don't think it was. I found it when you were reading. All about them aether comical wuss names.
Oh, no.
Anyway, there's only one way to find out how good it really was. It's hammering time.
He's got a high tolerance. Look at him go. How is that possible? Such swift, precise movements. And his eyes. Never have I seen them so sharp. Is he quite certain it was alcohol he drank and not some manner of invigorating tonic? He just drank an energy drink. He drank the lemonade! This is not the drunkard I imagined when Rowena introduced us. Mayhap we should keep another bottle on hand. In case he should be required to craft something else, I mean.
There, a taste of my true talents. Next time maybe you'll believe old Geralt when he tells you about the redeeming power of a stiff drink. Now then, Kat, hold her up and see how she feels. Like an extension of your arm, I'll bet, what with the aether flowing so free.
Oh! This is not what I expected it to look like. I forgot this step.
A genuine, bona fide, and bleeding masterpiece, fashioned for the realm's greatest adventurer by her greatest living blacksmith, Hyperconductive Gandiva.
Magnificent! Simply magnificent. You can almost feel his ethereal energies coursing through it. What effect do you suppose this will have on the anima? My effect. I still hate the model, but the glow is really nice.
Hi. So warm. At last I feel myself. You would share your aether, the very essence of your being, to support me? Then I, in turn, shall do all that I can to support you, going wheresoever you go, even unto the farthest reaches of the realm. If that is, you will take me as your companion?
Aww, it did a happy spin. Kat, I take it the anima has spoken with you once again? That was a comparatively lengthy exchange, was it not? Far longer, certainly, than the scant whispers you described before. This is progress, my friend, tangible progress. Should our young charge continue to develop at this rate, it may not be long before Geralt and I converse with it. At last, our goal of a free-thinking weapon is within reach.
Impressed, are you? Well, the Anima Weapon's just the start. Feast your eyes on this little beauty.
What? Egg.
Egg. While Kat was off looking for aether oil, I went for a little wander and this thing found me. I found it. Any road, seeing as there ain't much of these elegant contraptions can't do, I gave it a recipe for making spirits. And let me tell you, this thing's got a real knack for following instructions. With a bit of work, I reckon we could probably teach it how to make weapons what look like the Anima Weapon by the bleeding dozen. They won't be real Anima Weapons, of course, on account of there being no spirit inside, but you can be sure they'll still sell. And seeing as how you helped me get here, I'll even let you have one half price. Can't say fairer than that, eh?
Have you no decency? We did not come here to fashion trinkets. We came here to imbue weapons with life. Life that should be respected.
Respect and life don't come into it. I came here to pay off my debts, remember?
Yeah,
and if that means making a few trinkets, I'll bloody well make them. Like it or not, where there's muck, there's money. And I mean to take it.
So that's how you get the previous iterations of the weapons to use as glamours? Because, fun fact, all final versions of relic weapons you cannot put in a glamour chest. You have to keep them in your inventory. So if you ever want to put one in a glamour chest, you have to get the relic from the egg or from whatever thing in each relic weapon quest has it. Drinking may have served to steady your arm, but I see your moral compass remains as wayward as ever. Plainly, there are limits to even alcohol's miraculous powers. But let us set aside Geralt's scheming for the present. Today marks an important milestone in our collective journey, and in your journey especially, Kat. The bond you share with the Anima is stronger than ever. Teach it well, and one day, soon, the world will look upon the brilliance of our Anima weapon and wonder. Yay! The Anima weapon is now hyperconductive, fortifying your bond with the spirit within. Yay! Animaniac Gandiva.